From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, arrived in Moscow today. The Kremlin says he has met with Russian President Vladimir Putin, but has given no details. Witkoff's visit comes just days before the White House's deadline for Russia to reach a peace deal with Ukraine to end the 3.5-year war. If it doesn't end the killings, Trump has said Moscow could face severe economic penalties. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne and Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand met yesterday with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico amid tensions with fellow continental trade partner, the U.S. Champagne said Canada is looking around for trade partners it can trust. He says the delegation spoke about how to work together in areas like energy, autos, and security, and he called talks with Mexican political and business leaders very successful.
I see a lot of opportunities. I think that, we have been neighbors by geography, and I think we gain from knowing each other a little bit better.
Canada's forestry sector is urging Ottawa to make resolving the softwood lumber dispute a top priority in ongoing trade talks with the states. Prime Minister Mark Carney was in West Kelowna, BC yesterday, announcing more than $1 billion in federal supports to shield the softwood industry from the worst of American duties. Carney also promised that future Canadian projects will prioritize Canadian lumber and other resources.
We will be our own best customer by relying more on Canadian lumber, Canadian softwood for Canadian projects.
America's ambassador to Canada, Pete Hoekstra, says the current Canadian wildfire situation offers a stark reminder of our country's shared challenges. There are more than 750 active fires burning across Canada today. Air quality warnings remain in effect this morning in much of Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and in northwestern Ontario. The U.S. House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed the Justice Department for files in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation. The panel is seeking depositions with former President Bill Clinton, his wife Hillary Clinton, and 8 former top law enforcement officials. Both Clinton and U.S. President Donald Trump were among Epstein's former friends, but both have claimed they knew nothing of Epstein's crimes until he was charged. Reporter Nicole D'Antonio has more on another development in the case.
Sources say the Trump administration is considering releasing transcripts from Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell's interview with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche this month. Sources say Maxwell told Blanche, who until recently was Trump's personal attorney, that Trump did nothing in her presence that would have caused her concern. After the interview, Maxwell was moved from a federal prison in Florida to a minimum security camp in Texas, a rare move for a convicted sex offender serving 20 years.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays will try to complete a sweep today when they play the Colorado Rockies in the third and final game of their interleague series at Coors Field in Denver. Toronto had 5 home runs last night en route to a 10-4 follow-up win to Monday night's drubbing of the Rockies. The Blue Jays hold the title alone now as the best team in the entire American League after the Detroit Tigers lost 6-3 to Minnesota. In tennis, Toronto's Victoria Mboko will try to extend her remarkable wildcard run at the National Bank Open in Montreal tonight when she plays Elena Rybakina of Kazakhstan in one of 2 semifinal matches. The other will see Naomi Osaka play Clara Tauson. And at the men's event in Toronto, number 4 seed Ben Shelton will take on fellow American and number 2 seed Taylor Fritz.
He's clutch. We're great friends, and it's a match that I'm really excited about.
The other semi will see Alexander Zverev take on Karen Khachanov. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.